I'm Gillespie, CEO over at Apple Coaching. So you've probably noticed lately that you're getting a ton of emails from a ton of companies that you never even heard from before, or maybe there are products or services that you have heard from before. However, it's just kind of a little shocking that we're getting during a pandemic, we're getting all these emails from companies soliciting us. So what you're kind of noticing right now is the value that they're seeing about building a proper database. So one of the things that I look at in businesses is I always stress the fact that the database is the nucleus of your business. It's the number one thing that's the most important in building your business. And a lot of companies are seeing it right now. They're going, gosh, I have to go search for clients. I got to go find clients. Okay, who do we have? Who gave us their email addresses? Normally, databases from those companies has been very much spammy. They've been communicating, they're promotional. Here's our coupon, here's our coupon. That's why they don't have your phone number. All they've asked for is what's your postcode, what's your email address. The last time a company, like let's say Bath & Body Works, for example, I get a lot of coupons from them, but the last time I even got a phone call from them saying, hey, I'm just curious, what's your favorite product? What's your favorite this? It never happens. So communicating with your database is just as equally as important as collecting information on your database. Most of the companies right now are wishing and praying that they would have spent a lot more attention into building a database. So wherever you are right now, it's not too late. Just be aware, a full database is having all contact information. That means email, address, and phone number. Because if something like this happens, you want to be able to reach out to the people who support you, who love you, and who want to do business with you. Again, it's the nucleus of your business. So how am I going to prove that? I'm going to give you database wows. All right, so take a look at this. And hopefully this will change your mind if you're thinking a database really isn't that important. So let's cover the points nice and quickly as we like to do. So first thing you want to look at, 65% of business comes from existing customers. That means if you have a great database, the bigger your database gets, 65% of your business can come from your repeat referral business within that database if you're communicating with it in an effective way. And we'll get to that in a second. So that's an amazing statistic. So if you're looking at where your business comes from and you're going, wait a second, I either don't know the answer to that or I'm always hunting and paying for new leads or new business, take a good look. The better and bigger you build your database, the more business you're actually going to get from it. It is critical. 15% loss of customers per year is what a typical database has. So you're going to experience a 15% loss. Why is that important? Because if you're not continually growing your database, it's depleting. That's just a natural progression. You're not doing anything wrong, don't worry about it, but that's a natural progression. 80% of businesses use email marketing. Again, email marketing is powerful. However, you do want to make sure you incorporate some of that personal touch. Costs 5% more to acquire new customers than it does to get repeat referral business. So if you're doing, kind of budgeting that out and whatnot, think about that. That's a 5% more to acquire new than it is to work with existing ones. 82% of business owners find retaining is cheaper than acquiring. Okay, that's a really important fact too. A lot of people know it's a lot harder to find clients than it is to retain and build based on that. 2% increase in customer retention will lower your costs by 10%. So instead of chopping everything and going, oh my gosh, it's a fire sale, I got to cut all my costs, think about it. Is your database to blame? Because 2% increase in customer retention and referrals, by the way, lowers your cost by about 10%. That's an amazing number. 82% of consumers don't come back due to poor communication. That means like those typical things where people are just sending you coupons or email, that really has a negative impact, so watch that. Okay, 68% of people won't use you because they're indifferent to you. So if all you're doing is database spamming, you're going to still lose a ton of customers. If they don't feel a connection to you, which is why we suggest you pick up the phone at least once a month or once every 2 or 3 months, no longer than that, pick up a phone, do some videos like we do, and really get in touch with people. Because if people feel that they're indifferent to you and there's no connection and there's no personal touch with you, 68%, it won't matter how much big your database is or how much info you have, they just won't come back. 5% increase in referrals can lead to 25 to 95% profits for your company. That's just with a small referral base that you're increase, 5% increase in referrals. Think of that number. Again, if you're looking to build a business, that's fantastic. Just look at all the help that's out there now. How many times you got something from somebody or somebody showed you that they cared and communicated with you in their database and you use them or referred people to them. Repeat customers refer you business 33% more. So if you're building an amazing database and that database is buying a product or service from you, or they're using you multiple times, whether they're buying houses or buying products, whatever the case is, you know what? They will refer you 33% more. So it's really important to keep doing the check-ins, keep seeing how you can service your clients and how much business you can actually help them with. And then the final one, which I love, is 10% increase in your database business can equal 30% increase in the valuation of your company. So think about it. If you were going to sell your company and you had nothing to really measure it by, your database and the production of that database is absolutely critical. If you're a business owner, whether it's small business, medium-sized business, your database and the increase in business that comes from your database is one of the biggest valuation things that we can look at. So again, if you can go up 10% increase in your database, you're going to get a 30%, likely 30% increase in the valuation of your company. So if this wasn't inspiring enough for you to go out, build a great database, feed the database, meaning grow it, but also pour into your database and communicate with it. Keep building it, keep growing it. And the question that everybody asks me is, how big of a database do you really need? That's scalable upon your business. In my personal opinion, there's never a limit to how big your database goes. Bigger your database gets, the bigger your business gets. So think really friggin' big and build that database. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you found this really helpful.